Hello everyone, welcome back to my playthrough of Yeast Origins. Hugo playthrough. Like, comment, and subscribe. Now I gotta head into the Runan Annex to see what's here. Cause get in here. Oh dear. It's a trap. So, nice to see you again. Oh, hello, Zarba. You don't know my name, do you? I must apologize for not introducing myself before. I was otherwise occupied. I am Zava, the finest sorceress among the Darklings. I serve the great Lord Dalos. Dalos, so that's the name of your leader. Indeed. And a fine leader none shall ever know. Though I must say, this is a most pleasant surprise. I assumed the Devil's Corridor would keep you away from quite some time. For quite some time yet. Hard to blame me, considering the miserable defeat you suffered at the hands of your brother. But you are the heir to the Fakin name for a Syriza, I suppose. You savages don't have the right to speak our name. And as far as I'm concerned, I have no brother. All he is to me now is a target marked for death. Whoa. Oh, is that so? Well, then it seems we have at least one thing in common. But you don't like him either? I can't stand the man either. Yeah, I take that as so. He repeatedly kills my summoned creatures and takes their energy as his own. Okay, understandable. If Lord Dalos would allow it, I will gladly tear him to shreds and use his entrails as feed for my familiars. Okay. I just, of course. I would never be so cruel to give my darling such low-grade meat. But what a sour expression you have. You and your brother seem to share that particular trait. Yours has more personality, though. If I had to pick, I say you're the cuter of the two. But then, the little one usually is. And are you done? If you're not going to fight me, then just stand aside. The eyes of fact, such delightful implements of sorcery. Most magic items from yeast are rather appealing to me, but something about those cold, lifeless orbs feel comforting. It's almost like they were made for us. So you want the eyes of fact? What? Oh, hello. This is a much stronger familiar than the ones I entrusted to Ivia. Come, show me what those eyes of fact can do. Okay. Let's see what this thing is. Yeah? Okay. Since these eyes of fact are long range weapons, I don't need to get close to I needed to do where Yuka. Ouch. Okay, thundering bolts of lightning, okay. Okay. Are you? There you are. Ouch. Okay. Yeah, take that, take that. Miss me, haha. Ah, yeah. Activating my shield now. Yeah, take that, take that. Yeah. Okay, lightning bolts. And so I can't destroy those things. Yeah, take that. Yeah. Okay, almost done with you. Yeah. Ouch. Yeah. Yeah, take that. Good. Ha! Got rid of you. Simple enough. What a spectacular show. You are a fascinating specimen, little one. Your power and the way you handle those eyes of yours. It's like you were born to be Darkling. The blank are you trying to pull? Join us, she's saying. Let's see. But I like that. Truly, you and I aren't so different after all. We're like kindred spirits. We both lust for power, and we both find solace in the dark, alone and unfiltered by the ignorance of others. Don't try to deny it. Perhaps I should introduce you to Lord Dallas sometime, I expect you and he would get along famously. Certainly far better than he and your dear brother. Wait. Oh dear. Goodbye. Is that really how I came across? I'm nothing like them. I can't be. Let her get to me. That's what she wants. Lady Fina must be in prison upstairs. I just need to keep moving. Keep moving. Got time to see what's on top of the tower. I mean, not top of the tower. I mean, on top of this little annex thing to the tower. Just had to go climb these steps. Over here. Hello, evil looking door. Ah. This door and the malice it's putting off is so strong, almost a physical presence. This must be what I was feeling outside. Ouch! Ah, it's far more powerful than I thought. If I were to imprison a goddess, this is definitely where I do it. What are you so afraid of, Hugo? This barriers must be child's play compared to Father's magic shield. What right have you to succeed his position if you can't even handle something as simple as a door? And how are you ever supposed to defeat your brother for that matter? Why are you talking yourself in third person like that? Alright, I can do this. A strong enough blast of magic should do the trick. I'll just focus the combined energies of all three artifacts of yeast and charge them to the point of breaking. Then unleash! What the? Backfires? And I faint. Okay, so Hugo faints. Okay. Hugo, you blank fool. Just because the people around you acknowledge your ability doesn't mean they truly understand what you do. You're acting like a puppy dog, performing to impress your master. But facts no mean more masters. They only seek power. They seek only power. With enough power, you can surpass your brother. Whoa. Hello, Ifra. Ooh. Well, look who's awake. Hello. Not you again. You sure are a handful, you know that? Do you really think you could use brute force to overpower the devil's gaze? I'm pretty reckless, but even I wouldn't get anywhere near that thing if I didn't have to. Wait, were you looking after me? You sound surprised. You owe me a rematch, remember? And I want you to be up in tip-top shape for it. Oh, so you only care to fight me, huh? Besides, I have to be a real sicko to kill somebody while he's unconscious. Okay, he's injured. Easy now. After what you've been through, I wouldn't suggest trying any sudden moves. Just take it nice and slow. I don't need your pity. And I'm not unconscious anymore. So let's get this over with. You plan to fight in that condition? You're one agnostic little prick, you know that? Lucky for you, I'm also not enough of a sicko to attack someone who's too weak to do anything but mouth off. Now, if Zarva were here, she'd totally slit your throat and laugh while you bleed out. She's a real bad egg that way. Besides, Dallas ordered us to withdraw from Runet's annex, so technically not even supposed to be here. Then why are you here? Which means I'm sure blank not going to do anything that would draw attention to myself. Have it your way then. So, why were you really looking after me? I don't know. I don't know? Is that the best you can come up with? What does it matter? I just felt like it, that's all. So are you really... So you really are the Claw Man's brother, huh? Why do you have in for him so bad? Don't you two get along? Does it look like we get along? As far as I'm concerned, I have no brother. Yeah, how much I can tell you don't get along with him. All I've got is a target, a traitor I've set out to exterminate. Yeah, I get that. But he's still your brother. If you are going to kill him, then you've got to kill him. But you're still bound by blood, you know, and nothing can ever take that away. Sorry, not trying to open up old wounds or anything. We just came from different worlds, I guess. But these people probably all think that way. He's always been completely self-absorbed. Are you talking about Toll? Some backstory time? The fact line is generally named first among those of the six priests. We're the arbiters in all matters of spirit. As the elder brother, Toll was expected to succeed our name, but he elected to become a holy knight instead. It came across as if he were scoffing in the face of his lineage, as if the position were beneath him. Simply put, he just didn't care. He wanted to follow his own path, so he did, and protocol and tradition be blank. He didn't even bat an eye when he was disinherited. It honestly didn't seem to bother him at all, really. And that's how the position of successor fell to me, the second son. They call me a magic prodigy now, but back then I was just an ordinary kid. I was constantly being compared to him, as if I were living in his shadow. In its own way, it was nothing short of excruciating. Whoa. But as I did as father asked of me, and tried as hard as I could to live up to everyone's lofty expectations. I guess that's his father in the background right there. My training was intense and all-consuming. I lost every friend I had, but eventually I was deemed worthy of my title. Finally, I thought, everyone will acknowledge my abilities, no longer just be regarded as Tolfac's little brother. But then your blank demons attacked, and we all had to ride Solomon's Shrine up into the sky to escape. And of course, Toll just had to stay behind with Commander Tova. to buy some time for the rest of us. Oh, how they praise him for his gallant sacrifice. Then, despite all our hard work, I was just told Fact's little brother again. Brother? Then, despite all my hard work, I was just told Fact's little brother again. Brother to one of the greatest heroes of Ys. That still seemed to be all I'm known for. I fought so hard to crawl out from that shadow, only to be pulled right back in. I know, I'm basically just lashing out at him. It's totally illogical for me to be as angry as I am, even after what he's done. But that doesn't change the fact that I really truly want him dead. His betrayal just makes the attitude of a lot easier to justify. He shamed our family enough just by forfeiting his right of succession so he could become a knight. But there's still honor in knighthood. He took an oath to protect Ys and the goddesses after all. Then he trampled that oath to the ground, and for me, that's the final straw. It's beyond redemption. Yeah, okay, I kind of understand how Hugo feels. Huh? You were kind of rambling there, so I'm not sure I really understood all what you were saying. But the long and short of it is you still love him, right? Where were you? Were you even listening to me? How could you possibly have gotten that from any part of what I just told you? Well, you want what he's got, so you're trying to be just like him, right? Or I guess better to say, you want to be respected and looked up to by your father and everyone else, the way he is. And you're frustrated that you can't seem to measure up. That sound about right? I guess she has a point. I got a big brother of my own, too, so I totally get where you're coming from. You kind of want to be nice to him, but then you also kind of want to wring his neck sometimes. And your parents are always saying things like, why can't you be more like your brother? And it's frustrating as blank. Because you love him, but he's just such a pain in the blank, you know. You don't get it at all. Huh? I say, you don't get it at all. You've got one blank of an imagination, you know that? Why would I ever have the slightest inclination to be anything at all like him? That's apparently absurd. I don't know. I've been told I'm pretty good at reading people. But hey, if you say I'm off the mark, I wouldn't push the matter any farther. I'll just leave it right where it lies. It's the least I can do to thank you for opening up to me. Really? This is kind of nice, you know. I thought I had you peg as this uptight, self-important, and I pretty much hated your guts. But now I don't know. I guess you're really not too bad after all. You're like an extra smug version of me. What? Is that supposed to be a compliment? These guys are enemies, right? This whole ordeal has me completely worn out. Didn't you say you were ordered to abandon this place? If so, I think it might be best for you to follow those orders now. Alright, I can do that. Just so you know, though, it's not possible for regular people like you to get through that door, no matter how hard you try. But that goddess lady is definitely in there, and she's safe, so don't worry, okay? I'll catch you later. Okay. Ifa, was it? May I ask you one last question before you go? Sure, but I can't guarantee I'll be able to answer. Technically, I've already asked this, but I feel compelled to ask again. Simply put, I'm your enemy. Why are you going to all this trouble on my behalf? I guess he has a point there. Sorry, but my answer hasn't changed. I honestly have no idea. I guess I just wanted to give it a shot, you know? Come to think of it, it really doesn't make a whole lot of sense. What the blank is wrong with me? You are an oddball. You were supposed to be good at... aren't you supposed to be good at reading people? Oh, shut up. Do you men always lash on to such trivial details? I've said my piece, so I'm out of here. Besides, if I'm late getting back, I'll never hear the end of it from Zava. Alright, I'll let you go. But thank you, Ifa. You're welcome, Hugo. But just so you know, next time I see you, I'm going to have your head on a silver platter. So you better keep it nice and clean for me, you hear? Don't worry, I have no intentions of holding back myself. It promises to be one blank of a fight. I guess so if we fight. That was a weird... I did not get that personality from her and Yuka playthrough. Now then, what to do next? I can't reach Lady Fina without opening that door. But according to Infa, regular people like me are incapable of getting through it. That basically confirms that it's been enchanted with some sort of powerful curse. And sadly, curses lie firmly outside my area of expertise. As much as it pains me to seek counsel with the search party, I may need Sienna's advisement on this. Okay, well, let's see. Okay, now that's over with. I actually gotta use the Lila shell to check with the base camp. Oh, Hugo, is that you? I hope you haven't been waiting too long. The knights have ambushed on their way to Ruta's annex. It may be a while before they get there. I see. Well, I'm already here, but I seem to have run into a bit of a roadblock. Hugo briefly detailed the encounter with the cursed door and asked Luda Sienna might be able to help. Sure, I'll contact her right away. Ask her to meet you there. Okay. Oh boy, you weren't kidding. This thing's got one blank of a curse on it. Just look at it. It makes me feel tight in the chest. Yeah, it does look evil. If it helps, that woman said regular people would never get through. Her choice of words there seemed deliberate. Do you have any idea what she might have meant? I think so. I have a theory anyway. Best I can tell, it only opens for a demon or someone harboring demon-grade malice at the very least. It's honestly kind of ingenious. I mean, what better way to keep out do-gooders than by locking a door with pure hatred? I guess you have a point there. So you pretty much have to be evil if you want to get in. In other words, a door is designed slowly for people like me. Huh? Yeah, I think you mean him. It's quite a curse, and it's not just the door either. The whole room is affected by it. It's like there's an impossible strong barrier all around it, and that no amount of brute force could possibly penetrate. Now, how do we get through? Oh, no. Don't tell me you've tried already. Yes, and one could say it went poorly. Yeah, it backfired. So, is there nothing at all we can do? Lady Fina is trapped in there, and after all, yeah, we can't just leave her. Isn't there any way to fool it or something? If we could get our hands on one of the enemy's magic items, we might have a shot. What do you mean? Something with an equivalent curse on it. Particularly if it's something wearable. Assuming it doesn't kill whatever poor sap tries on it, that might just do the trick. Wow, I don't like the sound of that at all. I think you might be assuming too much there. No one would be able to survive a curse that strong. Not under normal circumstances, no. But our only other option is to capture one of the enemies alive. So it still seems worth mentioning. Yeah, I think they're even less likely. Alright then. I'll head back into the tower and see if I can find any magic items that might serve our purpose. In the meantime, I'd like for the two of you to keep this area secure. The knights should be arriving here anytime now. Hugo. Sounds like a plan to me. In fact, it sounds almost too good to be true. You're actually communicating, coordinating with others. It's like some kind of miracle. Isn't your usual MO to do everything by yourself? What happened? Nothing in particular. I just know my own limitations, and this is not a field of magic I'm familiar with. Thus, I defer to the expert. Alright, I guess I can buy that. We'll be right here. Let us know if you find anything that might work. Be careful, Hugo. Well, I can't get through here. Those evil eyes. What's... God, may I see it? Right. Hugo shows ring to Sienna. Well, it's definitely demonic in nature, but it's being drained of all its power. If you look closely at it, though, its design does seem to match the one on this door. Maybe it's connected in some way. Right, that's the hint. Anyway, with that hint, I actually gotta end this video for this one. We're gonna power up the evil ring in the next video and see about opening up the door in the next video. So, see you next video. Bye.